Hey, Crossroads family. A couple months ago, we moved to a new house. Some of you know that. We moved across from Pringers, and we were excited to get into our own house and had all of these big dreams about what we were going to do inside of it and new furniture we were going to buy. And just like all of you have probably realized, you can't do all of that at once. I had someone recently ask me about our new house, and they said, "Hey, is your house dressed up yet?" I honestly thought to myself, I'm lucky to get my kids dressed every day, let alone dress my house. I didn't quite know what that meant, and so I honestly had to go look it up. And it's used to kind of describe, is everything in its place, ready to go? And I realized that no, our house is not that way. We're working towards it. We're still wanting to buy new things and update furniture and all of that, but you can't do it all at once. You have to slowly take steps to get your house dressed up. The room that I'm standing in, we sit in together every Sunday. And when we moved into this room, coming out of COVID, we were not expecting this room to be our main worship space. But yet, by God's grace, we grew to where we had to meet in here and still do right now. Here's the thing, is that what looks normal and good most Sundays when you walk in here is kind of hanging on by its last leg. And what I mean by that is some of the mainstays of this room, our speaker system, the screens, the projectors. When we moved into this room, it was, what do we need to get it off the ground? What's kind of the base layer? The speaker system in this room that we use every Sunday was kind of a hand-me-down system from a church plant after they had already set it up and torn it down for like 5 years in a row. It's getting us by, but it's not where we want it to be. The projectors that we're using, they're office projectors, and on any Sunday, it's a gamble whether or not they're going to turn on. I know if they're not on, you'd probably notice, which is not something that we want. We want to put our best foot forward when it comes to worship. We want to dress up the house. And so this year, for our end of the year giving, that is our goal. We're wanting to update some of the systems that I know aren't fancy systems. You're not going to see, other than where the speakers are located, you're probably not going to notice an enormous difference. However, for the people that sit in certain parts of this room where the sound is dead, they will notice. And you might be one of those people. It sounds different, you can't hear as well. It's because of where our speakers are at. Sometimes if you sit in different parts of the room, you can't see the screen real well because of how it's angled and because of the projectors that we have. All of those things we're wanting to dress up. We're wanting to update so that way they fully function to the best of their ability so we can serve in this room and worship to the best of our ability. This year, 2023, our end of the year campaign that we give extra above to. Each year we do this. Our end of the year Dress Up the House campaign is a goal of $35,000. I know that's a big number. I know it seems like a lot for things that are already working, but they're just barely working. And so when we moved into this room, we didn't try to do it all at once. Each year we've updated small things, but these are some of the bigger main things in this room. And so the last 2 weeks in December or online anytime that you want, we're going to take a special offering for our Dress the House campaign. But we're wanting to update these systems, and it will take $35,000 to do that. Now, I would really encourage you to look at your budget and see if this is something that you can do. Now, I know that there's lots of things that you can give to. I understand that, and I want you to give to some of those things. But I also love our worship time on Sunday morning. I love the time that we get to celebrate Jesus together. I love how we're able to connect to one another. And I really want that to be the very best time for you possible. And so for that to happen, we're wanting to take these steps together. Let me summarize. When we reach our goal for our Dress the House campaign, when you walk into this room, there will be updated speakers which will enhance the sound, making it easier for everyone to hear and worship together. When we walk into this room, there will be updated projection screens as well as projectors, which will create a more clear and cohesive worship environment for us together. For our friends joining online, when we reach our goal, there will be an updated camera, which will make that worship experience online just a little bit better for all of us together. When we reach our goal, it will allow us greater opportunities to connect people to Jesus and to love the community around us. By reaching this goal together, each of us giving a little bit, it opens up more possibilities for us to reach Northeast Missouri with the love of Jesus. I love you, and I'm glad we get to serve together.